I could see that there's no ways that I could work myself rich. I did a sum in 1987. My life changed because money and your investments is a reflection of your, let's call it your money competency. If you do not know how money works and investments work, forget it. I see there's a lot of people, especially with the younger entrepreneurs, that's got this hassle mentality where it's hassle, hassle, hassle. It's the biggest nonsense that I've ever heard in my life. The reason why you work and keep on working is simply because everyone tells you you have to be busy. And I see there are influencers on YouTube and Facebook out there that tells you this idea that you have to hassle the whole time. It's nonsense. I think personally, it's stupidity. I love my wife. I love my children. I love my life. I love my hobbies. I love my friend. And that is where I want to spend my time. I don't want to spend my time doing stuff that I actually don't even like. Now, maybe there are people that loves to work. I'm one of the lazy ones. I don't want to work unless I can get an incredible result from that work. Or if I do something like I'm doing at the moment, where I love to share and in that process, maybe help someone to change their mindset. In 1984, I realized that, I'm working more and more and harder, but I'm not getting anywhere. And it took me a couple of years just to figure out what was busy going on, because I was in the insurance game at that point in time, and everyone said to you, you have to work harder and put in more time, and that's how you're going to make more money. And it's true. You can make more money by working more and more. But I then did a sum in 1987. And in 87, because of this, my life changed, because I could see that there's no ways that I could work myself rich. It's simply not possible because we've got 24 hours per day. So what I'd like to do is to take you through a quick calculation, a math. Now, I know most people hate math. I personally did not like it until I learned the value of knowing how to do a basic sum. And if you allow me, I'm going to show you why it is impossible and you need a different skill than this hassle to try to make more money. Let's take a practical example. Let's assume that you're a business owner. You're taking on average, because business is up and down, but on average you're making 30,000 Rand. But that is not 100% the truth, because you have to pay the tax on it. So how much tax is it that you're going to pay? You're going to pay in the vicinity of 4,783 Rand. I'll give you the link. Then Mutual has got a calculator. You simply put in the figures and it's going to tell you what the numbers will be. That means you're going to take home 25,000 Rand per month on average. And there you have to pay your house and your cars and your groceries and the water and lights and all of that stuff. And this means for this hypothetical scenario, you haven't got any money left in order to save, so that one day you'll be financially free and you don't have to hassle anymore, because that's the reason why people hassle, is so that one day they can enjoy retirement. Now, if I want 10 million in 10 years from now on, what's the best growth that I can get on my money? Because I want to hassle so that I can have the money, so that I can invest the money, so that I can get to the 10 million. You following me? I think the safest way is simply, if you do have a bond, is to pay back your bond. The growth that you're going to get on your money will be 11.75%. You can also take out a unit trust. But the chances are there's 1,700 unit trust in South Africa at the moment. And the last time that I checked, at least 80% of those funds will not give you, on average, over a 10-year period, 11.75%. So 11.75% is actually a very safe bet to do this calculation on. So if I want 10 million in 10 years' time at 11.75%, how much more must I hassle? In other words, how much more must I work? I have to earn an additional about 44,000 Rand. 44,000 Rand. Remember, I'm working 8 hours on average per day and I'm earning 30,000. Now suddenly, to make provision for my retirement in 10 years' time, I have to put in 44,000 Rand of effort more. It's absolutely crazy, yet this is what we're doing. But this is not the truth. Why is it not the truth? For the simple fact that the more money you're going to earn, the more sus the tax man is going to take. So how much money must I earn more? I'm just going to talk ballpark figures here. Right. How much more? I have to earn actually 101,000 Rand per month so that the taxman will take a little bit more than 30,000. That's going to leave me then minus the 25,000 Rand, my standard of living that I'm having at the moment at 30,000. That's going to leave me with about 44,000 that I can then take to invest. You following me? So I have to put in 3.3 times more effort. That brings the hours per day to more than 26 hours. But there's only 24 hours. Can you see that this way to become rich one day is absolutely, it's absurd. It's I don't know why these people say you have to hustle and you have to be busy. The moment that you're busy, you can't pay attention to yourself. You can't give quality time to your family, to your wife, to your friends, to your hobbies, to the things that you love to do. You will not, and you will burn out, definitely. So in 87, I made a discovery that changed my life. I made the discovery that you can invest in property and get 65% growth on your investment. If you can get 65% on just 1,000 Rand, not 44,000, 1,000. I'm sure that if I know that this will give me 10 million because I've learned this skill in order to be able to do it with property, I'm prepared to do that. But now I've changed my attitude. Now the investment becomes in me. How to get that growth? You will not get that with any financial institution, with any broker, with any financial advisor. It is impossible because you are not in control. You cannot manage the risk. You cannot manage the growth. And therefore, you cannot get that kind of growth. When I figured that out, I decided I'm going to invest in property and I'm going to learn everything that I can about property. Luckily for me, because I had an income, I could get a bond. And because I could get the bond, and there are 27 variables when it comes to property, guess what? I could see that the more knowledge I've got, the more insights I've got, the more wisdom I've got around this property investment, the lower the risk becomes and the higher the growth becomes until we get to 65, 80, 100%. The moment that I understood that, I said, okay, but isn't there a way that I can take away some of the investments that I've already made at that point? In other words, I don't raise my standard of living and I don't increase the hassle. I'm just keep on doing what I've done. Isn't there a way that I can still get to my goal? And of course there is. On condition that you are prepared to take a little bit of time, go through your budget, see what's going on, and say, okay, but is my money working for me, yes or no? So if you have unit trust or endowment policy like I had, or a retirement annuity, and you are getting a 12% or 11% or 8% on that, you know you are busy wasting your time. So if I can find a property that for 1,000 Rand can give me a 65% growth in the beginning, then I can use that money. I don't have to hassle more. I don't have to work more. I can spend more time or the same amount of time with my family. But at the same time, because I've got this powerful skill to know how to get 65% growth on my own money, the moment that I've got that, no one can take it away. It's the same principle since 87 that I'm still using today. I took on a challenge, and the challenge was simply to take 100 Rand and turn it into 10 million property portfolio within a 5-year period. Now, everyone that you're going to talk, if they are financial planners and gurus and stuff like that, going to tell you it's impossible, because the truth is that they do not know how to do it themselves. They don't know because they haven't got the skill. They've got the skill to sell you a product. They haven't got the skill to lower the risk and to increase the growth. And therefore, they're going to tell you that property is a bad investment, and they'll even try to prove it by using the wrong figure. So, before you listen to someone, go and have a look at the track record. What are they doing with their money? The chances are that the hassler will tell you to hustle, because that's the only way that they know. Because they've never invested in themselves to learn how to do it. Now, today, there's a different way that we can do it and that I've discovered. So there are two ways. The one is, if you do have the income, if you do have the security, then this is a way that I started. But there's another way. What if you've got nothing? So the second way is to invest in yourself and say, okay, but isn't there a faster way? And this is what I'm busy proving with 100 Rand that is at the moment, after 2 years, it was 3.3 million. At the moment, it's about 5 million. I'm going to build a 10 million property portfolio starting with 100 Rand, not a monthly installment. And the biggest part is you don't even need the banks to be able to do it. A condition that you've got the knowledge. So that knowledge, that competency is what you should strive for. Because the moment that you've got that, you don't need money. You don't need hassling. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So if this is something that would interest you and you are prepared to take responsibility, I can teach you literally in one single day, the whole path, and give you the tools to be able to do it. In one single day, you'll know exactly what to do, how to do it, how to go out, and how to find that specific property. Or you can say, if I'm prepared to take the second path, and I'm prepared to put in a little bit more time and a little bit more effort, about 3 hours per week for at least a year, maybe a year and a half, that you can only start with 100 Rand, even if you haven't got a bloody job. This is the beauty about investment and money competencies. That is what you want. You do not want more information. You do not want financial education in terms of the traditional way. You know, financial literacy. I've got no idea how to read a financial statement. Why do I need to know how to read a financial statement? I know how to make money, and I know how to let my money work for me. And that's all that I need. Therefore, I've got auditors that can verify. If this is something that you are serious, let me know somewhere in the comment section. Tell me, Hannes, flippin', tell me more, or teach me. Maybe I'll put a Saturday morning aside, and if I've got enough people that are interested in that, and then invite you, and then see if it's going to work for you or if it's not going to work for you. But of course, if you like to hassle, if you don't like your wife and your children and you don't like your life and you just want to work, then this is definitely not going to be for you. This is what I call a lazy man's way to riches. Because even in your job, if you've got a business, there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And most people think that they have to do more and more. No, there's basic things. If you do that right, you'll never ever have to worry about money and the growth ever in your life. And at the same time, you can enjoy your life like I did since 1987. So I hope that this helps, because otherwise you're going to work for the rest of your bloody life. And I'm telling you, it's going to get more and more difficult. In 5 years' time from now, the tax situation will be worse than today, because the tax situation today is worse than it was 5 years ago, because they need more money. They need more money. Not only that, your time is going to be valued at less. It's just the way that it works. Go and have a look at your increases over the last 10 years, 15 years, and you're going to find that you are battling after tax to even keep track with inflation. So that is not the path. That is not the way. At least to me, that's not the way. That's not what I wanted to do. And I'm so glad, because the moment that I changed my attitude, the moment that I changed my competency levels in terms of money and in terms of investment, 7 years later, we were financially free to be able to do the things that we want, when we want, where we want, how we want. And this is just one of the ways that I want to pass this on. I want to pass this forward. If this can help you, I'd like to help you. You don't need my help. You can figure this out yourself. It's just an accelerated way to gain what took me like many years, a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and money to figure out. We can condense that, and literally within a day, you can get at least to 65% growth. In the comment section, tell me if you're interested. If we've got enough people, I'd love to do this, to show you that you do not have to hassle. Okay, so the more you work, the more money you're going to make. It's nonsense, because the government, in any case, is going to take most of that money. So thanks for your time. I'll see you in the next one.